My name is Nicola. I am Simply a Stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's great to have you, and if you're returning, thank you for coming and spending some time with me today. So today I'm going to do a floss tube extra video. So this one is in addition to my regular output. This one is a requested video that people have asked if I can show. I have a master set, and people have asked if I can show the master set and how I organise my threads. For those of you that may or may not know, in time gone past, I've kitted for Sarah over at Paintery Crafts. Sarah now does her own kitting. She was able to take it back in house, which is fine, but I was left with quite a lot of these cones of threads. What have we got here? 3688 and 3033. This is just two of about 400 and I want to say about 450 cones, something like that. I've got quite a lot of this size and a number of this size, as you can see. I'm going to have enough 3033. I've got more than I know what to do with. Anyway, I'm set for life with thread. So when it comes to storing floss and when it comes to having a master set, there's more than one way that you can do it, and it's just really a case of picking what's the right one for you. But the way that I've got mine is the right way for me. So you can use floss bags, little grip seal bags, floss away bags, that kind of thing. The only thing is I find with plastic bags is that they can tend to deteriorate, they dry out over time and they can deteriorate. Also, they start to look a bit scrappy. They're nice and clear and lovely at the beginning, and then they end up old, wrinkled and slightly yellow. Another way is by bobbins, and of course we all know that we can get plastic bobbins, we can get paper bobbins, and I know and I've seen a lot of floss tubers that spend a lot of time bobbinating thread. I hate bobbinated thread. I don't like it, not because of the fact that you have to sit there and wind all the bobbins on. The fact is that when you're taking the thread off, it's got fold lines in it, and I don't like that. I don't know, it might just be me, I might just be fussy, but it is what it is. So bobbinating threads was also for me a non-starter, because I prefer to focus more time on stitching than on bobbinating threads. So I had a bit of a think about what I can do. Now, I've got a couple of kits, a couple of projects that are kitted up, one of which is Maui Princess. And Maui Princess is kitted up on a floss card like these, plastic floss cards. Got them from Amazon, 24 in a pack for about £12, something like that when I bought them. And I just kind of ran with the idea, these floss cards each have 20 openings on them. Why can't I have a master set on floss cards? So that's what I set out to do. So one day, I think it was the year before last, I was kitting up a stitching shelf when I started a stitching shelf, which was about 18 months ago. And the stitching shelf is a max colour, so it had about 250 threads. So I knew I had got enough floss cards for 250 threads. So I then went off and I bought another pack of floss cards. And then I got all my cones out again and I redid the stitching shelf set and changed it into a master set. So I now have a master set of number one, thread number one of the new colours, right up to 3866, which is the last colour of just the plain DMC colours on floss cards. So I'm going to show you what my floss storage looks like. Please don't be horrified that this is regularly used and I'm literally always in and out of this. So I have a box, and in this box I have my thread cards. It looks like a complete mess. I hear you all going, oh, that looks like a real mess, Nicola. But it makes sense for me. When I'm sat working, if I wanted, say, Andy, pick a thread colour in the middle somewhere.
420.
If I wanted to get number 420, I could just have a look in this box. Where's the card that has 420 on it? And it's there. So I use this as a marker. And then I take out the floss card. And 420 is there. Take what I want off. Keep the floss card out if I know that I'm going to be putting an end of thread back on it. Use my thread back in the box. Each one of these is set sort of vertically. And I've got stickers on one side that shows you the floss number. And then when I find the colour I want, in that goes to mark the place. You watch, they'll all fall out now because I'm doing it cack-handed. In that goes to mark the place, and out comes the right floss card. So this literally just sits at the side of me when I'm stitching. And every so often, yeah, I do go in and I tidy it up and make sure that the ends are tucked in, and you know, I can get a lid on this, so, you know, it'll be stored with the lid on. And I keep a couple of other bits in this box as well. So there's some spare cards here in the back. Some spare refills from my friction pen. What else have I got in here? Like a magical mystery tour, isn't it? Supermarket loyalty card for some strange reason. A Christmas decoration for some strange reason. But anyway, so I can keep my threads in this, and I know it looks awful, it looks horrific, but I know that I've got the full set. Every so often, what I'll do is I'll take this box into the kitchen, because I've got an 8-seater table, it's quite long, and I'll bring in my thread, and then I'll start looking through the cones and then matching the cone colour to the colour on the thread card. Do I need some more thread on this? And I've got a couple that are running low. And always when I take the card out, I just always give the thread a pull just to secure it. So this one I've got 947, which for me is running low because I'll use quite a lot of this. It's used on My Princess, it's used on Night Cafe. So I know the next time I fill up thread, this is going to be one I'm going to end up topping up. So it's easy to see when I need topping up, so I can either make a little list or just do the whole lot. But anyway, that's my thread. Again, it's like everything I do. It works for me. It might not work for everybody else, and that's fine. And like I said, some people might be absolutely horrified that I've got all this thread flying about. But the thread box stays on my sofa. It doesn't go anywhere with me, because if I travel with stitching, I take something that's kitted. So it just stays there. Nobody disturbs it. It's out of the way of tea and coffee. Nobody can spill anything on it. The cat might jump over it from time to time, but that's about it. So all I'll get is a little bit of cat hair in it if I'm unlucky. So there we go. So out of all of my projects, there's Envy, Maui Princess and Sailing Fairy that are kitted up separately. Everything else comes out of this box. So yeah, that's that. There's no, you know, it's not a brilliant system, you know, but it's something that works for me, and I like to be able to know that I've got my threads on hand whenever I need them. Anyway, hope some of you found that useful. You know, you might adopt the method, I don't know. If you don't, fair play, but I know that some of you did want to see it in a little bit more detail. So that's it for this one. 3 videos again coming up on screen in a moment. If you've not seen them, do take a moment to have a look. I release my floss tubes on Tuesday, Stitch with Me's Wednesdays and Fridays, and live stream 7:30 p.m. UK time on a Sunday. But yeah, take care everybody, happy stitching, see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.